What if Naruto was an Uchiha Part 6? Orochimaru releases his overwhelming bloodlust, freezing Team 7 from fear. He then starts taunting Team 7, wanting to see how the two Uchiha boys would react, saying that the first he's going to kill is the pink-haired girl. Then he'll kill Sasuke, and then Naruto, leaving Naruto till last so that he can see his team that he tried to save in a pool of blood in front of him. Naruto gets enraged and some of the Nine Tails chakra leaks out, just enough for him to overcome the killing intent by the Snake Man. Feeling even a small fraction of the Nine Tails' power lets Orochimaru know that Naruto is the real prize in this battle, and he knows that he must, at any cost, have his body. Knowing that this pedo is a significant threat, Naruto immediately makes 5 Shadow Clones, and 4 of the Narutos activate their chain gauntlet, while the other 2 send their chains towards Orochimaru and pull him towards the group all scorpion style, while the other clones begin to smack the shit out of him. When the clones stop their assault, they see that Orochimaru took next to no damage from them, and he starts chuckling, saying that the technique is impressive, but Naruto must be stupid if he thinks something like that will work on him. While this is happening, Sasuke is trying to get his body to move in any way possible. He slowly reaches for his kunai pouch, pulling one out and stabbing himself in the leg, releasing him from fear with pain. He then grabs Sakura and bolts, getting her to a safe location and telling her to wait here for him and Naruto. He then activates his Sharingan and joins his brother in the assault on the Sannin. When Sasuke arrives, Orochimaru gets a semi, thinking that he can't get this boy, he can at least get an Uchiha, as he sees that Sasuke is still at one Tomoe in each eye. With the Uchiha brothers now together, Orochimaru is forced to defend. If he goes after Naruto, then he'll be hit by Sasuke's fire-style jutsu, and if he goes for Sasuke, then he'll be pulled towards Naruto's Shadow Clones from his chakra chains. This becomes the rhythm of the fight for probably about half an hour, until Orochimaru goes to bite Sasuke, but is shocked, literally, as Sasuke used the Lightning Clone Jutsu, which he learned off Kakashi before the Chunin exams. While Orochimaru is stopped in his tracks due to the high amount of electricity going through his body, Sasuke and Naruto set up one of their biggest jutsu. First, Naruto attaches Orochimaru to a tree with the thickest chains he has ever made, while Sasuke uses the Great Fireball Jutsu. And to finish off, Naruto uses his Gale Palm Jutsu to explode the fireball, increasing the heat and damage caused to the target. After this attack, Sasuke and Naruto fall to one knee, breathing heavily, smiling that this threat has been taken out. But they're both on guard when Orochimaru's body dissolves, showing it to be a mud clone. Orochimaru appears once again, but this time he looks like himself, as the flesh of the grass ninja had been completely burned off, showing that the clone was simply a substitute. Angry that Orochimaru was still alive, Sasuke jumps straight at him, planning to take his head off with a kunai, but Orochimaru darts past Sasuke towards Naruto and biting him before any of them could fully react. Naruto buckles over in pain, clenching where the Sannin had just bit. Sasuke, furious at himself for leaving Naruto unprotected, his Sharingan then evolves to the 2 Tomoe stage. Orochimaru leaves, having got at least one of his targets, and Sasuke goes to check on Naruto, who was still alive but knocked out cold. Sakura appears, asking if he was okay. Sasuke then tells her that he's just unconscious. But while he's distracted, Orochimaru's head appeared from the branch, biting Sasuke and implanting the same curse mark onto him, and then disappeared for good this time. And then Sasuke passes out. Sakura picks both of her teammates up and takes them to a small grove near a river to let them get some rest and fresh cold water to bring their temperatures down. After an hour of caring for her teammates, Sakura hears 3 people shouting for the Uchihas. This is when Naruto wakes up, again clenching his neck in pain, with what appear to be black markings running across his body. But then some of those markings seem to seal themselves before disappearing. For a bit of context, the piece of Orochimaru that was inside of Naruto got yanked into the cage by Kuroma's chakra and devoured by him after saying that it's getting too cramped around here, leaving only the mark on his neck with still some negative effects, but not as many. Naruto walks out, leaving Sakura inside to look after Sasuke. He then asks the Sound Ninja what they want, and Dozu replied, saying that they want you and your brother to come with them. Naruto gets into a fighting stance and tells them that they'll have to beat him if they think that's ever going to happen. Even though Orochimaru wasn't in the curse mark anymore, some of the malice that was there from before was still inside the mark, which made Naruto very irritable at this moment. He makes 2 clones, and the clones jump at Zaku and the girl, pinning them down, while the real Naruto, with his mark activated runs towards Dozu faster than he could react, and pulls a kunai out and puts it to his throat, telling them to go or die. Zaku blows the Naruto clone away with his sound pipes that are in his arm, and sends a massive airwave at the real Naruto, knocking him away from Dozu. Dozu then repeats himself, telling Naruto to get Sasuke and come with him. But at that moment, a huge dark energy is felt from the Sound Ninja as Sasuke wakes up. He asks Naruto what's going on, and Naruto very quickly tells him what they want. And now it's the Sound Ninja versus the cursed Uchiha brothers. Naruto knocking Dozu out and chains him up straight away, and the girl just runs away back to Orochimaru to tell him what's happening. But Zaku wasn't so lucky, as this time, without Sakura's interference, Sasuke rips Zaku's arms off, leaving him to bleed out and very quickly die. When the fight was over, Naruto looks at Sasuke and tells them that they both need to let go of this state that is making them both almost psychotic. Naruto lets go with only a tiny bit of trouble, as Orochimaru was no longer in the mark, but Sasuke is a bit more. After some struggle against his instincts to basically destroy everything at that point, he does revert back to normal. They check Dozu's unconscious body and find that they had a Heaven Scroll, the same one that they needed. Naruto tells his team that they should get going, and in only about 10 minutes, they get to the tower. As in this timeline, they weren't too far away when they met the Team Dozu. Let me know if you like this part and any improvements I can make. Subscribe and share if you want. If it sounds a bit weird, I am recording somewhere else. But I'll see you next time. Bye.